What is up, guys? I have been waiting on the day when I can wake up and not tell you guys the exact same thing. So not just be like, oh, I'm going to the gym, I'm eating puff wheat cereal, but unfortunately, today is not that day.
You'll win somehow, so give up on the battle, baby. It's hard, I know.
And as you expect, banana, apple, puff wheat cereal, poverty milk, and even though that is going to stay the same, this video might be a little bit different and more than likely will be a little bit different. I don't even know why I'm starting a full day of eating right now, knowing what I have in store today. So it's going to be a very busy day, and I'm going to get to the gym early. It's about 6:50 right now, and I'm going to go knock it out. But when I come back, I've got to be running around all day. I'm going to be with a lot of people, so probably not going to be able to finish this video. So what I figured I would do is just do maybe like piece it together. So I'll do like half today, finish up. Well, I can't do it tomorrow either because it's going to be kind of the same thing. So maybe I'll do that other half next weekend. And I could probably make this look like I did it all in one day, but I figured I wouldn't lie to you guys. So that is more than likely what is going to happen. I will obviously tell you guys if that is the case. Hopefully you don't mind. And I was thinking about this because it's something that's really interesting to me, how popular these full day of eating videos are. And I was thinking, why do people like them? And then I was like, well, why do I like them so much? I mean, I watch almost every single one that most of the fitness YouTubers put out. And I don't think that it's necessarily about the food. I think it's more of just, I don't want to call it vlogging because, I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe that's why Mr. Max is so popular, because I tell you what, my full day of eatings are probably never going to be that entertaining, and I'll be the first to admit that because, I mean, what does he put out, like 57? I think I've watched every single one, and it's not because he's making like a whole bunch of cool foods, but maybe that's what differentiates me, because I am not, I would say, not that interesting, maybe not that humorous, obviously. So maybe I have to compensate for making cool food. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling here, guys, thinking out loud, so I'm going to go to the gym. Hopefully I'll have some good footage for you today, and like I said, if I have to pick it up next weekend, I will let you guys know, but it will be a full day of eating by the end of this video. That I can promise you.
Before I went to sleep, I was broke. Had a dream about money. Just stay gone. So today we gotta make something. I'ma buy my mama a new home.
Hey, what's up, guys? I did not get very far in last week's video, so that introduction you just saw was it, and things just got way too hectic. I probably shouldn't have even started the video, but you know, I get an A for effort. So rather than just delete all that, I figured I'll keep it in here because one, I already recorded it, two, I sounded a lot better. You can probably hear it in my voice. I've got something going on. I got a little too wild last weekend. I don't know what happened. You know what I think happens is, when I get sick, it's usually a matter of just like pressing my body to its absolute limits. So I'll get to a point where like, okay, I have so many things to do. The first thing I'm doing is cutting out sleep because I'm not a big believer in sleep. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you have to have this much sleep every single night. Well, in an ideal world, yeah, that would be great. But that's the first thing that's got to go. I don't much like sleep, so that's always getting nixed off the table first and foremost, and then, you know, it just starts trickling down, and I can feel when I need a rest or my body's just like, you know what, you've done enough. So that's kind of when I take my foot off the gas a little bit. So I got 7 hours of sleep last night. I'm feeling great, so I just don't sound that great. So why did I even go into that tangent? Oh, because I was going to keep the introduction to this video, even though it has no relevance to this actual day. And to throw you for an even bigger loop now, I'm going to show you a clip now from last night when I made my breakfast, because I had to put it in the fridge, so I figured I would record myself doing it, so if you guys want to replicate it, you can at least see the process. So now we have 3 days in 1 day of eating. That's got to be some kind of record. So I'm going to let you watch that, and then I will show you guys the finished product here. Alright guys, so if you saw last week's full day of eating, you would have seen that I showed you how I make my high volume oatmeal, and I kind of took you through step by step. Well, I got a message from my friend Andrew, who subscribed to the channel, and he's like, Travis, you're doing it all wrong, you're an idiot. Okay, he didn't really say that, but he's like, you know, give this one a try because this will give you some really dense, thick oatmeal. And I was like, you know what? You guys are smarter than me, so I always take your advice, and I am going to try this out. So what I did was I microwaved 80 grams of oats, just like he said, and I'm going to follow his instructions step by step. I've never done this before. You guys know I steal your recipes a lot, but usually I'll change something. This time I'm just going to leave it alone. So we got 80 grams of oats, and then I'm going to add 4 servings of egg substitute and 1 whole egg, and then I'm going to stir that all in. Alright, so we're going to microwave that for 3 minutes, and what I'm going to do is actually list in the description box what I'm doing step by step in case any of you guys do want to try it out. And all I'm going to do is copy and paste what he wrote me verbatim, and if you guys want to send me any cool stuff to make, I will consider it. As long as it's not expensive or crazy. Well, you know, I do make some pretty crazy stuff. Not really crazy, just more random, I say. Anything that I can involve ricotta would increase the likelihood of me making it by about 96%. And you know, I made a whole video of just stealing your guys' ideas, so appreciate that. Then we're going to be left with something that looks like this, and now we are going to add pretty much everything else. So I've got a box here of sugar-free pudding mix. I'm going to use the white chocolate flavor. We got cinnamon, cocoa, sweetener, and 1 serving of dark chocolate chips. The final step is just going to be adding the banana and stirring that in. Then he says just to wrap it in plastic so it doesn't dry out, put it in the fridge, and you are ready to enjoy it the next day. Alright, well, that is going to be that. I'm sure I will be talking to you more about this tomorrow. Alright, so look how thick this stuff is, guys. I'm a little bit disappointed that I did not think of this myself. And I think what it is that pudding mix that just held it all together. So we are going to try it out. This will definitely be getting thrown in my regimen. I am very impressed with this. Thank you, Andrew. You are the man. And I was kind of questioning, why were you throwing chocolate chips in there? But I get it now. If you stir them all around evenly, almost every bite, it looks like, is gonna have chocolate chips, which just makes things so much better, obviously.
To the sky, if only these wings could fly. Tomorrow never knows when we die. You just gotta get your soul right. Find the one that treats you right. Cause the worst feeling in the world is when you found the girl, but she doesn't feel the same way, and the skies turn gray.
Well, that took me about 30 minutes to eat, which is pretty crazy for me because usually I eat everything in about 10 minutes. Unless it's Chipotle, then it's about 5. So highly recommend that. Give it a try. The only thing I will recommend is you add a little bit more sweetener. I don't even know how much I added, but I should have added just a little bit more. Other than that, pretty good and a whole lot of volume, and I'm actually a little full, which does not happen very often. So now I'm gonna go run around for the day. I gotta buy smoke detectors. It's gonna be so fun. So I'm gonna head out, and I will check back in with you guys next time I eat, obviously. But I'm trying to think, will I be back? No, I probably won't take this camera with me. I got stuff to do. I'll see you guys later. I always have to remind myself when I disappear for like 5 hours and I haven't talked to you guys that it's only been like, 5 seconds for you. And I know that you're used to other people taking you along for their entire day, but I was out buying air filters and smoke detectors. I don't think anyone wants to see that, but it kind of leads into my question I want to ask you guys, because I mentioned that I want to keep these videos shorter because I thought that's what you guys wanted, but when I said that, a lot of you commented saying that you want the longer videos for the full day of eating. So which one is it? Maybe it was just me that wanted the shorter videos, because I don't know how I feel about all the filler footage that's not actually the food, even though it seems like I'm really good at the filler footage when I go off on these random thoughts, which I'm probably going to here in a few seconds, don't you worry. So I don't know, it's, I've mentioned this before, guys, it's your world, I'm just living in it. So leave it in the comments below, what would you like to see? 15, 20 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, I don't know. I thought 12 was the sweet spot, but like I said, that's just me. So the random thought I was going to share with you, speaking of filler talk, is I was at the store today, and I see this guy I went to graduate school with. Didn't really know him that well, we weren't like really close friends, we were just, acquaintances, we were in the same classes. And we started talking, and have you guys ever had a conversation with someone and it doesn't matter what you say to them, they're gonna say exactly what they want to say, what's on their mind, regardless of what you say. So they could say something, you could say, I just killed my dog. He's dead on the side of the road. And it won't faze them. They're not even listening. They just go into their next point. And I mean, it doesn't make me mad. I just laugh about it. It makes it easier for me because a lot of times I'm not big into holding up conversations with people I don't really know. I mean, that just makes it easier for me. But I just noticed that, and I know a lot of people get really angry about that. So it's just something I have to laugh about. I mean, I don't think I could ever have a conversation like that where someone's just talking to me and I'm not listening to them at all. I'm just saying what's on my mind. So unless I was really mad, then that would probably happen. But I'm not really ever mad, guys. What can I be mad about? Life's good. So let me show you guys the food here because I know that that's what you're mainly here to see. So I know I talked crap about these a few weeks ago, but I've got some turkey burgers over here. But you guys know that I'm not gonna just be having some crappy old turkey burgers. I'm gonna spice them up a little bit. So I'm gonna throw those on the skillet, and then I got some potatoes, we got some vegetables, we got a bagel, and we got a mac and cheese little guy over here. And I hate these things. These are the worst invention ever because they don't give you enough macaroni and cheese. It doesn't really taste that good. They're overpriced, but for what I'm using it for, it's gonna do the trick. So don't really. And by the way, this beer and cheese dip is a very critical part to this. If you guys see this at the store, highly recommend you guys get it. So what we're going to do is make some mac and cheese turkey burgers, which is why I only needed this small amount of macaroni and cheese. And this is a pretty difficult recipe, so what we're going to do is layer the mac and cheese on the turkey burgers. I know, it's very difficult stuff, but I got it in my cookbook. If you guys want to buy it for $59.99, it will be in the description box. Obviously not serious, but I don't really know what else I can say about it. I mean, I'm going to take this, put it on here, and it's going to be pretty good. So I just randomly turn on the TV and Jeopardy's on, and they're announcing all the contestants, and there's a guy from my hometown that's on the show. And my hometown only has like 1,000 people, and only about 6 of them are qualified to be on Jeopardy. So this is just nuts. I don't know how I don't know the guy. And how long do you guys think Jeopardy is going to be on TV? I mean, I started watching this show when I was like 4, and you would think that watching it all these years, well, you know, it's been off and on. But back in the day I used to watch it. You'd think that I would pick something up, you know, learn something. No, I'm still an idiot. So I don't know what's wrong with me, guys, but I am going to watch it while I cook because it takes my mind off things. You guys know when you're really hungry and your food just cooking and cooking and won't finish. Well, I can either run my mouth to you guys or I can watch TV, so be thankful that I got the TV on.
She say she really about that life, party every night. She say she really about that life, party every night. That life, yo, you ain't about that life, nah. I say we be about that life, yo, we be about that life, yo.
So clearly this was a terrible idea because there's no way I'm going to be able to eat this. Hopefully it just makes a cool thumbnail picture. I'm going to have to take it all apart, but you know, I try to be creative for you guys, so who knows what I'm going to do. Maybe I will share a little bit of the experience with you. But I did put some of the leftover mac and cheese on the potatoes, even though it's pretty much all going to be leftover after it falls off. And then we've got the vegetables over here with the beer dip. And I'm going to eat this up, guys, because I'm super hungry. And hopefully, I'm actually able to get it into my system, but we will find out.
List full of problems, probably tend to them later. My whole team is some rages and we go off like a racers. And I got chips I'ma blow. I'm about that life, I ain't faking. I got rims on the car. Whip, whip, whip like I'm baking. Leo Fair at the door. We go hard or go home. I say we made sure we on. We go, go, go till it's gone. She say she really about that life. Party every night. She say she really about that life. Party every night.
Well, it wasn't the cleanest thing. As you guys probably just saw, I had to kind of piece it together, but I mean, it was good. So I would make it again. Wouldn't really recommend it for, like, you know, a first date or anything like that. Unless it was an awesome first date. If I was on a date with a girl and I saw her take that down, like piecing it together like I was, I would be on one knee and asking her to marry me. That would be fantastic, but I don't foresee that happening. So when I get back home, I'm gonna finish off the food and finish off the video, and I will send you guys on your way. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you know that I love to end my day with a junk bowl. So that is what we did tonight, and the base is going to be this poison back here. And this is the nastiest food ever, as I've mentioned, but we did sweeten it up with some of this English toffee syrup and some stevia. So that's the first step, and then I went ahead and added some of this Better and peanut butter, which is my favorite low-fat peanut butter. Tastes a lot better than PB2 in my opinion. And then I added a hot fudge sundae Pop-Tart, some Cool Whip, and a few servings of Cookie Crisp cereal. Talk about a jam-packed bowl. Really excited to eat this, and after I do, I will show you guys the totals for the day. That right there, that's the money shot. Totals for the day are 65 fat. I'm not sure why I went so low on that today. Usually I try to get from 70 to 80, but trust me, I will be making it up tomorrow. Carbs are at 489 and protein is at 208. And that is gonna do it, my friends. So this in total was 3 days worth of footage, but we got it done. I told you guys at the beginning of the video, at the end, it would be a full day of eating. And considering I eat puff wheat cereal, apple, banana, and poverty milk every day before the gym, same thing I ate today, so it all worked out. And now I can beg you guys to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys very soon.